Did you make the right decision leaving rap?
I did. Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped. The car, the Shine, the Loon, Puff Daddy, the Craig Mack,
Biggie Smalls.
the Biggie Smalls. So even though I made those decisions and it cost me money, that's why I got with Killer and they gave me the money back. Me and Puff was like, I felt like I did more than I got credit for, more than I got paid for.
You felt or did you do that? Because you said felt, like
okay,
feeling.
let's clear that up then.
You saying you feeling that?
No,
but
we're gonna keep it with, because I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So the disdain that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here. I'm not here. All my peers is up here. All my peers are bosses. When it's time, just like somebody raised somebody up, you know they did work with you, they go from your little man to maybe A&R to something else. He just kept trying to keep me right here, like he didn't want me to grow at anything.
Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing trial has set the media world on fire. But amid all the noise, one name has gone strangely quiet. Farnsworth Bentley, Diddy's former right-hand man, the guy who never left his side. His silence, it's raising more questions than answers.
And he walks in, and this particular day, I have to admit, like I was dressed like the Black Duke of Windsor. Like I was Murk, M-U-R-K, Murk, Murking, right? Like full out, the watch vibe, And so he walked in, he walked straight to my table. I stood up and it was like a little stare down match on some
wow.
And I won. And then he just pointed the old girl like, yo, get this dude was the 2A's then. Remember the 2A? Anybody with me? 2A.
Yeah, I had a 2A.
Stay with me. He's like, yo, you get this dude my 2A number. Well, I didn't call him the next day because I'm busy.
Once famous for holding Diddy's umbrella and polishing his polished image, Bentley has vanished from the spotlight. But behind closed doors, the whispers haven't stopped. Some say he's hiding something big, something that could blow this case wide open.
I guess when I moved to New York, obviously I stood out dressing like this, in a lot of the hip hop clubs and things. And, literally one day he came up to me, was like, I really want you to work on my fall wardrobe. So I exchanged information with him, a very important 2A number. And now knowing how his schedule is, it was very difficult to get with him actually. So during his trial, we sent him a lot of, spiritual verses just to kind of support him. And then one day, I left the restaurant. I was working as a maitre d' for the Madison Park, a fantastic restaurant in New York City. And I said, you remember the guy from New York City that traveled to, you remember the guy from Howard that traveled to New York City to intern with Andre Harrell? I'm that guy in 2001. Please, I need a job. And he said, come to 1396 3rd Avenue on his 2-way. And I literally raced to that address and I started as assistant that day. And the rest is history.
The thing is it was how fast he disappeared.
Yes. Now he lives in Atlanta. He's married. He has 2 sons. He's living his life. I mean, but how many? Listen, y'all. If you've ever lived in Atlanta, the majority. The majority of them are bisexual and gay men. They just live their life to be married and gave their life to God, and they're your pastor.
And down low culture is still very, very, very heavy in the Black community in Atlanta. It's funny because Atlanta's like a gay mecca. You would think that there would be no need for down low culture, but down low culture is thriving in Atlanta still.
And it's weird because you can find whatever you want in Atlanta, any kind of relationship, poly, orgies, whatever you're into, you can find somebody there that's into it. It really. You may meet somebody and ladies like, yeah, these are my 2 husbands.
Yeah.
So you think he was Diddy's concubine?
Absolutely. He was too complicit and he was too compliant, and he just disappeared. He disappeared faster than Mase did. When Mase ran from Diddy, you could see the trailer just fire from his footsteps as he ran.
That is
to
true.
The church. But I don't understand why people don't ask why. People, oh yeah, he gone. Oh, okay. Nobody bothered to.
Born Derek Watkins, Farnsworth wasn't just some personal assistant. He was woven into Diddy's brand polished, present and powerful. But lately, whispers have taken a darker turn. Some insiders claim Bentley knows more than he's letting on, and if what he knows ever comes out, it could bring the whole empire down.
Always right there, but not like at nighttime when we was at doing things. He wasn't around, bro. He was only there when the cameras was there and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know how much he could do. I don't know if he would say anything because he probably signed the ND, a non-disclosure, and he don't want to say anything against Puff anyway because Puff got shit on him. And I ain't talking about no sexual shit.
The speculation hit another level when Mase and Cam suggested on their podcast that Bentley might have used a secret identity, one tied to the underground world of male adult workers, possibly connected to the case. But it didn't stop there. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, dropped a wild accusation claiming Bentley stole from the mansion, even recalling how a pair of Jennifer Lopez's boots disappeared and were later seen at Bentley's place.
Bentley's apartment.
The nigga was stealing, bro. Yo, bro. The niggas I don't want to put that on sticky fingers. That nigga right there, bro, don't lay nothing down around him. You heard me? Don't lay nothing down around dude right there. Dog, Jennifer Lopez had these boots, they cost $5,000. I'm like, what kind of fucking boots cost $5,000? Now you gotta realize, this is like in 2000, early 2000. These boots cost $5,000. And because she was gonna be out of the country or something like that, she didn't have them come to her house down in the village because she would have never got it because they'd be stealing her stuff down there in her apartment. So she had them come to Puff house. She wanted these boots so bad, she was mad. They looked through everything trying to find Jennifer boots. Because Puff had Puff, people used to just give him shit and send him shit from everywhere. So he had this room, this mail room in his house with numbers just that he never even opened. But I don't know how Farnsworth Bentley found that shit. But we went over there to his house and we found a lot of Jennifer shit and everybody else's shit that belonged to Puff.
Then came the freak-off rumors. Bentley's name has been linked to Diddy's infamous private parties, the kind where hotel rooms were prepped with baby oil, a straw glide, and an invite-only list no one talked about.
But for a long time, you famously had a butler, and the guy's name, Farnsworth Bentley.
Farnsworth Bentley.
And there were these great photos that would show up in the magazines. Let's see this photo right here of Farnsworth Bentley holding an umbrella over you.
Yes.
I don't think it's raining there. This was to protect you
from the sun and just in case it rained.
just in case anything happened. This guy would
always
follow
have to be prepared.
I think he followed you around indoors with an umbrella over your head. Now what happened? He no longer works for you. Is that right?
Yeah, yes. He's an entrepreneur. He has moved on to big and better things.
But this raises a big question.
Yeah.
Is there an opening? Do you have a butler now?
Yes.
Who are what are you looking for in a butler now?
I'm telling you right now, I'm actually interviewing for a butler. I'm looking for a white man. White man.
You want a white butler?
White man.
That's
white
good.
Man, equal opportunity employer.
Is there any
White
chance?
man with an accent.
Is there any chance?
And a lot of knowledge.
Is there a knowledge? He has to have an accent and like a distinguished accent.
A lot of knowledge and service and fine wine.
Gene Deal didn't hold back. He claimed that the infamous 2005 incident when Kim Porter's nose was broken wasn't random. According to him, it happened after she walked in on Diddy with another man. And that man, some say it was Bentley.
Then you hear about the fact that he broke Kim's nose on a yacht?
Wow, I ain't hear about that.
It was told by people in her camp that he broke Kim's nose on a yacht. So Cassie's story is Kim's story. Cassie's book is Kim's book. Bro, when y'all look at this thing and saying force, y'all think that he probably threatened to beat her, threatened to do something like that. That ain't what force is. It could come from the mentality. Yo, he put her in a certain position, in a certain situation, in a certain time in her life. You understand what I'm saying? That she saw no way out other than doing what he told her to do. He had mentally controlled her. It's like a pimp. Diddy had pimp potential. He had her mind messed up where it controlled her.
On MTV's Making the Band, Bentley and Diddy's relationship was anything but smooth. Bentley was often mistreated, and for a while, he wasn't even getting paid, raising eyebrows about how he really earned his way into Diddy's trusted circle. After walking away from Diddy, Bentley relocated to Atlanta, got married, built a family, and found success working alongside Kanye West. But the past, it never really left him. In early 2024, whispers of a tell-all book started surfacing just as federal agents raided multiple Diddy-owned properties. Safes cracked open, closets trashed, drawers gutted, boxes of ammo, even Grammy Awards all exposed. TMZ leaked new images from inside Diddy's Beverly Hills mansion showing the chaos left behind during the coast-to-coast raids. No arrests were made, but during raids like these, people in the house are usually held so they don't run or erase evidence. Diddy's attorney fired back, calling it a witch hunt fueled by force and judgment, insisting Diddy is ready to fight every single day to clear his name. But what about Bentley? Is he staying quiet out of fear to hide theft? Or is there something even darker tied to the rumored seized tapes? Bentley's silence may be the loudest part of this entire story. What does he really know? Will he ever speak? The world is still waiting.